guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Now, this is the video where I can slow down. That first one where you're looking to see what did or didn't come back for fragrances in the fall is like, it's kind of like a flash sale. You just have to do it as fast as you can. But to start off with our chat about all the changes and the wonderful things that are going to be happening with Scentsy this fall, here is the entire printed catalog. And here is a reveal of their new logo. Everything that Scentsy Family Reunion did tonight to share its rebranding, its focus toward the future being something that has a greater legacy than the past and blah, 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 you know, all the things. When they got to how they wanted to take the essence of Scentsy and bring it forward as a legacy style company, I just about got chills. Everything has to do with making decor and your personality come together so that the Scentsy warmer as an iconic object is far more elevated and far more of something that's like the soul of your home rather than just a thing that's displayed in a magazine. And if you guys know me and you've watched my channel, especially from the beginning, my home is just such an expressive, creative tool of who I am. I buy warmers. Yes, it's based on things like the ability to project the scent well, the throw we call that. Yes, I buy warmers based on the wattage, but what I really love about a warmer is when it fits into my home, you put the fragrance in it, and it just makes the whole place sing. It was like they were reading my mind. And then they got into this new concept where the warmers themselves are going to be split into different categories as far as, again, we're like a decor essence. So they took our company mottos of enliven and inspire and what's the other one? And warm, like warmth. Warm, enliven, and inspire. And then the concept of being classic. Those are going to become categories of warmers, and it's going to take some time for Scentsy to be able to make this whole thing a reality because there's going to be a transition period. And I'm sure we'll learn more about that tomorrow. But as all the images were going by on the screen, I just kept getting more and more excited because the concept of, are you someone who loves warm style, according to Scentsy? Are you someone who loves style that enlivens? Are you someone who wants the inspiring type? And for the younger woman who is now coming onto their marketing team, she's bringing up these gorgeous, gorgeous images of magazines. And you guys know me, that's how I think. So it's all done with the warm being very nature inspired, the enliven being playful and being your maximalist style, the inspire, honestly, I had a little bit of stuff going on that was kind of crazy, but it reminded me more of like a Studio McGee, something that's very pared down and classic, but new, and then of course classic. And those classic warmers went with beautiful classic decor spreads. They kept bringing things up on the screen, and I'm just so excited because I love selling Scentsy, but I have had this niggling thing of our warmers need to be closer to the design aesthetics of today. Not something that I would really share because it's just kind of deep down inside of me, but as I'm seeing the new things that they're sharing in this catalog, which is kind of a bridge to the future, I could not be happier. And then one of the things that they're going to bring forward, if I heard right, because there's so much information being thrown at you, is that you could take a style quiz, whether you are a warm, an inspire, an enliven, or a classic when it comes to how your warmers would suit your home. And of course, you can be any of the above. You can be a mix, you can be eclectic, you can be whatever. There's no box. But for you to feel more confident about what you are purchasing and whether it's going to work in your home, I love this concept. They've also simplified their branding, brought in both modern and almost an antique influence. It has to do with botanicals. You'll see that as marketing rolls out. And also simplicity that honestly looks like one of my grandfather's pencil drawings. This beautiful S here, and look at this warmer, you guys. I hope this is in our kit. I have to have this. So we're gonna go through the new warmers and the fragrances. So here is a picture, which I know is not great, but at least it's not shiny like it would be on my computer. Here's a picture of all the new full-size warmers. that we have, plus some minis. And I know that these are not fantastic images. Please just bear with me. You'll get better ones down the road. But I can tell you what we have. We have Amanita, which is going to be, I'm pretty sure this is in the Enliven section, and it's going to be this really playful, almost psychedelic-y mushroom. We've got the Amber Waves, and that Amanita is 25 watts. The Amber Waves, which is the one on the front of the catalog, and like hands down, I have to have this warmer. That's 25 watts. There's a new one that's a mosaic and very earthy called Golden Oak. Heirloom Flower is going to be our new sort of jar lantern warmer, Moroccan Mint. Mountain Retreat, pick of the bunch, Shine Bright. This one is so cool, you guys, especially if you have more like that Studio McGee type style in your home, and Sky Blossom. Then we have one called Soft Honey. There is a sunflower rectangular mosaic called Sunburst, and then the Charitable Cause. Again, looks like something they consulted me on. It is green and ivory and soft romantic florals done almost like a sketch. That's the Tranquil Glow. And then we've got Country Roots, which is this adorable little tractor warmer, a llama. And then Fairy Glade Mini, Fancy Filigree Mini, and Wish Bloom Mini. And I'm sure that marketing images will start to float out all over the place for you guys, but I will show them to you again. Absolutely fantastic. And the way that I have my camera set up, it actually gets blurrier if I bring it closer. So not fantastic, but I know that you guys can get this as a PDF on the computer now too. So you can look all this up for yourself, but I still love discussing it with you. So let's go to the new fragrances, you guys. So they have streamlined the catalog so much that this is now basically the fragrance grid. I mean, not the fragrance grid, the fragrance descriptions, and then the grids at the back. So I'm just gonna slowly go through here, read them off, and only read you descriptions of new bars. So baked apple pie, banana nut bread, blueberry cheesecake, candy cane buttercream, Christmas cookie, and forever fall. Those are all returning. New is frosted marshmallow, which is sparkling cinnamon marshmallow buttercream frosting. How good does that sound? Gingerbread pecan waffles, mocha doodle, orange dreamsicle, pumpkin roll, salted caramel toffee, spooky but sweet, vanilla amber, and vanilla bean buttercream. That is the bakery category. So we have lost quite a few things. At the end of this video, I'm going to slowly go over what we've lost one more time. And just if you watched my first frantic video, I could not see Johnny Appleseed at the top of the screen. It is carrying forward into this new catalog. I made a mistake on that. Now we're going to go to spice. So this is apple and cinnamon sticks, brown butter pumpkin. There's a new one here, buttered pumpkin dream, which is warm chestnuts, buttered pumpkin, spice, and rustic cedar wood. Then we have Christmas cottage, cider mill, which I can breathe a sigh of relief on, cinnamon bear, cinnamon vanilla, clove and cinnamon, first day of fall, leaves and lavender, maple apple bourbon, pumpkin cinnamon swirl, and welcome home. Now we'll go to woods, alpine escape, balsam spice, here's a new one, sheer violet, cotton blossoms, and comforting woods. So that's almost like a fresh scent, but it's woodsy according to them. Lavender woods is also new. That's going to be lavender, cedar wood, and amber. I think I'll like that. Then in between, cinnamon pine cones returned, which is awesome. Mystery man, sleigh ride. I'm so glad because I didn't club sleigh ride. Snowflakes and sage. Another new one. Boy, there's 4 new ones in woods. Velvet cashmere woods is creamy cashmere, velvet vanilla, and sheer woods. I think that that is very much on trend. I'm glad they put that in here. Very snowy spruce, weathered leather. Here's another new one, white oak woodland, velvet plum, creamy sandalwood, white oak. Like, these are so spot on for where fragrance is going these days. Very happy with that. And if I didn't say it, white pumpkin and driftwood is in there. Now the fresh category. We only have one new one here. Aloe water and cucumber, Amazon rain, clean breeze, clothesline, cozy cardigan, eucalyptus wreath, hay rides, which I liked, but I wasn't sure whether that was coming back. Jammy time, just breathe, newborn nursery, perfect peppermint, polar bear hug, and silver bells. And I'm so glad silver bells came back because I wasn't sure. And then here's the new one, wild pine and linen, crisp air, lavender, oak moss, white pine, and clean linen. Then in florals, as far as I can see, we don't have anything new, but we have an old one, Bora Bora Blossom. Fabulous, fabulous smell. Frosted Fantasy, Luna, and Provence Lavender. I'm going to flip the page, and what we've got left is fruity and citrus. So we have 3 new ones in the fruity category. Starting with Apple Spice Season, which I'm so geeked that that's in here. Autumn Road Trip, Black Raspberry Vanilla, Caramel Apple Craze, the new one here, Emerald Pear Blossom. Emerald Pear, White Cranberry, Amber Blossom. So that one being fruity, I think that might almost be like a floral fruity thing. Golden Sunflower Fields. Now this is going to replace Scarlet Sunflower. Red Apple, Fields of Hay, and Fresh Picked Sunflowers. And I'm all about the hay notes. I'm very excited about that. Holiday Market, Johnny Appleseed, which as I already repeated, I missed that the first time I ran through. It is in this catalog. Lucky in Love, Merry Wonderland. Ooh, and then here's another one I was excited about the name of. Old Fashioned Evening, Winter Cherry, Vanilla Orchid, and Sandalwood. That sounds really good. So there's no cherry chestnut. If I dropped that, like I said, I'm going to go over the fragrance grid slower, just what's leaving, and we'll kind of discuss at the end of this video. Salted Caramel Cider, Snowberry, White Peach and Cranberry, Winterberry Apple Tea, and then Wrapped in Lights. And some of those are LTOs that came from last year. Then in citrus, we don't have anything brand new, but we have some things from last year that have made the citrus category a little bit more interesting. And we did lose Squeeze the Day. So Blue Grotto, Coconut Lemongrass, Sparkling Spice Citrus, Sunkissed Citrus, and Warm Winter Night. So the idea behind this slimmed down catalog, and then there are all these wonderful plushies. Again, this is small, but we have this darling little dog. We have a sloth warming and weighted. We've got a fox for the baby. We've got our little Highland cow. This is a stinking cute little acorn, you guys. There's so much good stuff coming. Now, I have not looked at the laundry, so let's see what's going on with that, because I didn't get to that part yet. Where is that particular grid? Or did I leave it on the table in the other room? I'm not finding you. Oh, there you are. Okay, so here we have laundry, clean, and body. So what's new in laundry? Ooh, Magnolia Shimmer is coming in laundry. I wasn't expecting that one. I think that was a Mother's Day scent a while ago. It's pretty. So what do we have for laundry? We've got Black Raspberry Vanilla, Clothesline, Fiji Flower, Fluffy Fleece, Frosty Air, Jammy Time, Luna, Magnolia Shimmer, and Water Lily and Bergamot. Thankfully, the Water Lily and Bergamot is staying, and so is Fiji Flower. So I don't remember what's retiring in laundry. That's, let's see, maybe we could figure it out. Luna, Black Raspberry Vanilla, Clothesline, Fiji Flower, Fluffy Fleece. No, that's staying. Frosty Air, Jammy Time staying. Luna. What are we missing here? What? Oh, White Amber Antique. We're losing White Amber Antique in laundry, and that's okay. So we'll be getting Magnolia Shimmer instead. And then what do we have for Counter Clean? Because that's always exciting for me. Counter Clean is going to be Berry Sweet, Johnny Appleseed, Ocean Air and Coconut Water, Squeeze the Day, Sun-Drenched Cotton is coming in Counter Clean. You guys have heard me say this whole summer, I want that one in Counter Clean. Yes. Okay, that's a happy moment. Sunkissed Citrus and Vanilla Mint, and then Body and all that. So, okay, that was a happy moment there. Very, very, very exciting. So, and that's coming in all-purpose cleaner, bathroom cleaner, and Counter Clean. So it's not going to be in the Scentsy Swipes. So if you can still get the Sun-Drenched Cotton Scentsy Swipes during this time with the Destinations collection and you want all the parts, just make sure you pick those up now. I am so excited. I'm going to use tons of Sun-Drenched Cotton. I love that. Okay, and then the new body care is going to be Vanilla Rose. Like, these are some of my favorite fragrances. I have another video I'll be doing on all that. So here's the thing with the new catalog. There are no prices. And that has to do with some things I've already shared with you guys on the channel. It had to do with tariffs and chaos, and they just didn't know. And as they said at SFR this evening, if they had set the prices, they would have been very high. They were able to bring a lot of things down by being more flexible, but that means you have to go onto my website when the catalog releases to be able to see these things for yourself. And I will try, as I'm doing videos and I'm bringing new things out, to remember to discuss prices with you as much as possible. I'm gonna have to get better at that, but this is just so amazing. I love the idea that Scentsy is bringing the consultant to a place where we are a fragrance consultant instead of just an independent Scentsy consultant. Our job, which has always been my heart, is to make fragrance alive, accessible, enjoyable for you. as my customer and as my viewer. So I'm going to learn more tomorrow, and I will go through the retired list so that I get it just right in this second video here. But personally, I am so excited that the changes with Scentsy are kind of already what my personal values were. I don't see this as something that I do to get a paycheck. It's wonderful. I enjoy being a consultant. I enjoy the reward for hard work. But what I love to do is bring all of you into the world of fragrance. So like, I almost cried tonight when I was listening to all the things and seeing where they're going with this. I'm super excited. So let's go over what we lost out of last year's catalog, and then I made dots on, where's the one I made dots? On the other list to go over all the things that are new one more time, because I know this is what you guys really want. So we lost Arctic Kiss, Around the Campfire, Autumn Hearth, Autumn Sunset, Cashmere and Corduroy, Cedar Cider, Cherry's Jubilee, Cherry Chestnut, Cranapple Crumble, which that does make me a little bit sad, Cranberry and Cardamom, Cranberry Candy Cane, Dutch Apple Bread, Falling Apples, Farm Stand Pumpkin. I just knew, so that's safely in my club. French Lavender, Frosted Cedar, Gimme Candy. I made a mistake on Johnny Appleseed, that is still here. Make Me Snickerdoodle is gone, Midnight Mahogany is gone, Pistachio Woods is gone. I think that was a no-brainer. Please put in the comments if you liked Pistachio Woods, because the majority of us thought that one was a flop. Rum Pum Plum is gone, Scarlet Sunflower is gone, Scary Good, Squeeze the Day, which you can still get that as a brick, and I would think it'll probably make a return next year, although this new Lemon Sugar and Sage, people are loving it, so maybe club your Squeeze the Day. Vanilla Barnwood, and Very Vanilla. That's everything that we lost. Now everything that we have gained is going to be Banana Nut Bread, which is old school. Like, this is the fragrance Scentsy's known for. It was their first one. Blankets of Love, that's new. Bora Bora Blossom, I've already shared. This is one of my favorite old school fragrances. I'm so geeked. Buttered Pumpkin Dream is brand new. Christmas Cookie is from last year. It was an LTO. Emerald Pear Blossom is brand new. Frosted Fantasy is from last year. That one's a womp for me, but a lot of you loved it. Frosted Marshmallow, brand spanking new, and that's probably replacing Make Me Snickerdoodle. Golden Sunflower Fields, definitely swapping out Scarlet Sunflower. Lavender Woods, that's going to be beautiful. Lucky in Love is new, but a very old fragrance. Merry Wonderland was my favorite from the Scents of the Season last year. Old Fashioned Evening, I think I'm going to love it. Orange Dreamsicle, another true classic. Salted Caramel Cider was a brick last fall and a really good one for the holiday bricks. Snowflakes and Sage, that was a winner. Very nice winter fragrance. Sparkling Spice Citrus, that and your Apple Spice Season. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Apple Spice Season is new. I missed that. I know we already talked about that, but both of those, the Apple Spice Season and the spiced Sparkling Spice Citrus, those were Harvest Collection last year. Spooky But Sweet, the thing I wanted from the LTOs to come back, and I'm so excited. Okay, Velvet Cashmere Woods is brand new. Warm Winter Night, not a fan, but if you are, again, like the Pistachio Woods that we lost, let me know if Warm Winter Night excites you. White Oak and Woodland sounds gorgeous. Wild Pine and Linen sounds very nice. And then Wrapped in Lights was a very good classic Christmas scent. So, shockers. We'll go through this one more time. Cedar Cider. There are going to be a lot of people crying about that. We had a heads up with Autumn Sunset. My younger daughter will be heartbroken about Autumn Hearth. That's one of her favorites. Arctic Kiss was a favorite. We knew Around the Campfire was leaving. Cashmere and Corduroy, total heartbreak. I know I'm going to hear about that. A lot of people are going to cry about that. We kind of knew Cherry Chestnut was on the way out. Cranapple Crumble, Cranberry and Cardamom. I did like that, and I'm surprised they pulled it. Cranberry Candy Cane, I didn't expect to return. Dutch Apple Bread, didn't expect to return. Falling Apples, not sure. Farm Stand Pumpkin, I've been afraid was going to leave the catalog for like 6 years, along with Autumn Sunset, so not shockers for me. French Lavender, we knew they were going to swap that out for Provence Lavender. They already did it. Frosted Cedar. Gimme Candy, just because of the Spooky But Sweet, that and Scary Good both died. What else do we have here? Make Me Snickerdoodle, Midnight Mahogany, not a surprise. Pistachio Woods, not a surprise. Rum Pum Plum, I think some of you are going to miss that. We already talked about Scarlet Sunflower. Squeeze the Day, I bet that'll return in the spring, but club it if you love it. Same thing with Very Vanilla. And that's everything. So please tell me what you guys are thinking about what you are seeing so far. I actually enjoyed this evening's SFR a lot because, as I've already said, fragrance for me isn't about selling a catalog. It's a lifestyle. And that's where I think Scentsy is going with this. And it makes me so excited to continue to be a consultant. And I will talk to you guys soon. Please leave lots of things in the comments on these 2 videos because I'm just totally over the moon about where Scentsy is going. And I really like the catalog. So the only 2 that deeply offended me if I hadn't clubbed them would have been Cashmere and Corduroy and Cedar Cider. And I would have been very sad about Farm Stand Pumpkin personally. So what's your heartbreak? Have a great evening, you guys. God bless. I will try to do one more report tomorrow on all the fall and Christmas type things. But as I mentioned in the first video, I do have some family things going on. So I will do the best that I can. But I had to get these 2 up for sure because this is the backbone of the changes with Scentsy. And I think you guys need to know them. So have a great evening. God bless. Bye-bye.